to hit me all over again. You're never going to do that again. You're never going to be able to call dad again. And then the tears would flow, and the grief, and it would just be too much. And I remember that I was in the shower and that happened again. And I thought, okay, Sage, you can't keep going down this same road. You know, you've got to start choosing a different way to look at this. So I said to myself, you know, you can't call dad. You're never going to call dad again. But you have a lifetime of knowing him and being raised by him and loved by him and loving him. What would he say to you right now? Or what have you heard him say to other people who have grieved, you know? And I sort of got this like inner knowing, or, you know, somebody spoke to me in my mind of saying, you know, he said to me, or whoever said to me, like I said already before, I touched on this, but it's, you know, you have a choice right now. You can continue to go down these fear-based, this is the end, death is final, never again, you know, all those thoughts that you have, I'll never call you again. You can continue down that line of thinking, and you'll just stay where you are. And that's okay. And there's no judgment on that. Or you can start to choose a different way to look at this. And you can start to apply, you know, all the things I taught about. You can read my books and listen to my, you know, and I started to feel sort of like a hint of excitement by this idea of like, wait, I can see this differently. I can start to get to know him in a different way. I can see this as a challenge to find him in my life, his presence in my life. And in that moment I was, that still exists, his presence in my life that still exists, even though he was physically gone. And I was reminded of this story that he used to tell in his talks, about a man who, his son was at war, and his son, and he it was like back in the olden days, I'm not sure, the man got a knock on his door saying that his son had died in combat, and the man was immediately grief-stricken. But later that night, he went into town, and he was at a party, and he was dancing. And everyone in the town knew that he had just gotten this news that his son had died in war. And so somebody went up to him, and she said, I don't understand. How could you be here dancing? You just learned that your son died. And he said, his response was, sooner or later, I'm going to have to move on from this, or it will kill me. It will be the end of me. And I am just choosing sooner.